Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Demi 1970 Gaming. Got my setup figured out. Did something new with the camera, put it a little bit closer to the playing area. I'm going to do a 9 inning recording here. Hopefully, it only goes 9 innings between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets in 1975. We got Chicago 6-3, New York Mets 3-6. It's the second game of a doubleheader. Just played an 11 inning game. As you can see on front of you in the camera, I got Rick Russell pitching. That's his 1977 card. I can't find the 75 card. It's somewhere around here. And we got John Matlack pitching for the Mets. I have my Shea Stadium card in front of me, right here. Russell's pitching card, Matlack's pitching card, fast action deck right in front. Okay. Got the starting lineup on your left side for the Chicago Cubs. Put everything in alphabetical order, and then I got the New York Mets. This is Payoff Pitch Baseball, which I bought last month. It's a 1975 season. So what I do is I use the ball roller program on the right side of the screen. Okay, and that will be for the initial pitcher-batter type of interaction. And then I'll go to the fact cards. I'm going to call them fax cards. And get results for singles, errors, range checks, and everything. Okay. I have my cards sitting here. These are Chicago Cubs sitting here in this little 2x4 card holder. And I got the fast action cards here. I just cut it out. Pretty rough, but works well. Holds the cards up. And I got the pitching cards here on the left. And I got my charts here on the left. So I pretty much have all the directions down pat. Not much else. And I'll do the best I can to explain everything as we go along. All right, so let's go. Got Matlack on the mound, Kessinger up. I like to hold the cards in front of me. And I'll show you a little bit about how to read these cards. It's pretty simple if you have it set up correctly. You don't get too confused. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice. So we got a 9. 4 and 5 is 9. So I'm going to look on Matlack's card. And as you see, there's a bunch of numbers there, 2 to 12. So first I'm going to do is look at Matlack's card here. And 9 says in play. So I'm going to take the second row on that dice roll of a 9. So it was 9 in play. I'm going to go to Kessinger's card. Okay. Now there's 2 columns. There's a left-handed LHP against a left-handed pitcher. And an RHP against a right-handed pitcher. So Matlack is a lefty. And it was a 9. I got to remember I'm talking and explaining. So it was in play. So I go to the left column. I go to the in play section, which is on the bottom. And it was a 9. I do. Put the card back. I take my fax action cards and I flip them over. There's 2 sides. Ground in the middle, center field. That's all you have to look at. Then I put that down right in front here. Okay. I also like to keep in mind the DP ratings of the pitcher, which is a 6. Then, of course, you look at the batter's DP rating, which is a 5. It's right here. You got to keep that in mind. The other thing I look at on pitchers is the wild pitch number of a 30. Right here. Okay, if that comes up, you got to keep that in mind. And on Russell's card, a percentile dice of 50 to 53 is a strikeout. So keep those in mind. The other thing you look at is keep in mind the run ratings. With 2 outs, if you have a run rating of 6, you get 2 bases. Run rating of 5, you have to challenge the fielder. Okay. So I'll explain it as we go. Then once we get started, it goes very quickly. All right. So that was a 1B F8. So what I like to do is, all right. So in Digital Diamond Baseball, which I'm using to keep track of stats, I'll put 1B F8. Enter. Boom. All right. Gonna move my ball roller to the middle. All right, Jose Cardinal. Here's the pitch. We got 7. So I look on Matlack's card. A 7 says patient. That's all you have to look at. 7 is patient. I go to Cardinal's card. Patient. Yellow. 84 against a left-handed pitcher. It doesn't fall in this range, so now I go to the out chart. 84 is an F8. 78 to 85 is an F8. So it's 84, so I'm going to put 84, F8, excuse me, into the computer, and Kessinger stays at first base. Whoop. All right. Bill Madlock. So he rolls a 12. On Matlack's card, a 12 is in play. Guy in first base. I take Madlock's card. In play is the bottom row. 77 against a lefty. You can see it doesn't fall in that range. So I go to the out chart. 77's F8. So now we got 2 out. And remember I talked about the running. So Kessinger's run was a 5. So he doesn't automatically get 2 bases on a single. I just got to keep that in mind, unless the card said so. So keep that in mind. So he's a 5. And if most of the people do play one team, so you start memorizing everything. So Jerry Morales is up. On the bottom of the cards, it gives you at-bats against lefties and righties, home runs, base on balls average, on-base percentage, and slugging. All right, so Jerry Morales is up. We got a 9. So that's in play. If you look here, in play. And a 37. So I got to look at the in-play row. Oh, it gets there. You notice how it says 3 to 37? It's a single. So Morales got a single. Now I got to flip the card over for the result. That's the way I play. Single. Ball blooped into right field. Okay, so opposite field, single. Runner on first, goes 1 base, question mark. Runner on second scores. So do I challenge? Well, with 2 outs, I'm not challenging Rusty Staub's arm. Rusty's got a good arm. I think it's a... And then if you wanted to look at Rusty Staub's arm, you go to his pile. His arm is an 8. So not going anywhere. So it's a 1B, F9. All right, George Middlewald. He's got the best card. 75. It's one card. Poor George. He probably hates that card. All right, George is up. He is the first baseman, but he's wearing a catcher's uniform in that baseball card picture. So let's roll. So we got a 7. That's patient. Patient in yellow. Oh, 1. Base on balls, left column. Base on balls. Then what I do is I just put the card on the bottom. I like to keep a pile of the lineup. That's the way I play. All right, Rick Monday's up. Rick played with the Dodgers, the Cubs. Probably played for a few other teams. I can't remember right now. So he hit 314. Oh, that's pretty good. He hit 314. Check out his stats. Versus lefties. And he's a left-handed batter. He hit 314 against lefties. Interesting. 118 at bats. That's a decent number. At 373 against righties. Huh. I didn't think that would be. You don't see too many of that stats. All right, Matlack, come on, let's get a good roll here. So a 6. That's good for the pitcher. 6 is under tough. See the left column? 6. And in blue is tough. That's good. That's good for the pitcher. Then I got to look at that 32. That's good. So that's out 32. That's a K. All right. Oh, Matlack gets out. But if you look on the screen, if I go back a little bit here, if I click on the Mets logo, it'll put Matlack's pitch count. Oh, no, I click on the Cubs logo. Matlack threw 22 pitches that inning. His durability is 99, so that comes into play. Alrighty. Who do we got? Wayne Garrett? He was a good third baseman. Has some power that year. No, I guess not. He only had 6 home runs. One of the other in 71, I think he had 16. I'm playing 1971 season ticket baseball. All right, so we got Wayne Garrett's up. He's going against a right-handed pitcher. So here's the pitch. 5. So it's in play. In play, and the second number is a 77. Bottom right. Doesn't fall in between 1 and 37. So we go to the out column. 77 is an F8. You can see that on the right. F8. Felix the Cat. Felix Mian is up. We got a 5 for in play. 5 in play. Go to the batter's card. 52 in play. In play. 55. Nope, that's an out. So that's going to be a G5. So with payoff pitch, it takes about 3 to 4 games to get used to the charts. For the most part in baseball, I mean, if there's nobody on base, 90% of the plays are pretty simple. It's when you play solitaire games and you get first and second or bases loaded, that's where you have to make some decisions on how to play the game. But the main thing is to be consistent. So we got Del Unser, and while I'm playing, I have charts up to the left and right, and I rarely look at them, just as reminders. So Del Unser's up. Here we go. We got a 6. That's patient. It has a yellow. It's highlighted in yellow. So patient number 4. So what I'm going to do, let me put it this way, guys. Patient 4 against Russell. He's a right-handed pitcher. So I see yellow, patient, right side, because he's a right-handed pitcher. That's a base on balls. So I'm going to put BB into the computer. All right, we got 2 out. Rusty's up. Here's the pitch. We got a 4. So if you look on Russell's card, 4 is tough. Now I go to the batter's card. I got the tough section, and I got 11 against a righty. So it's a strikeout, 1-23. Boom. Put Rusty on the bottom of the pile. Kingman leads off next inning, and I put K. Boom. Done. I like to take some of my used FAC cards, and I put them in a pile over here in the back. Those are my used ones. Now I still got a pile here. I will not use this pile up. Okay. Whoop. I forgot to take Rick Monday's card from the top and put it on the bottom, so you got to remember that. You got to look on the screen and make sure you got the right card in front of you. So Manny Trio's up. Here's the pitch. We got a 10. That's a defense check. Now these are the tricky ones I had a little problem with at the beginning. I think I got it down now. This is the way I play it. So I got a defense check. So what I do is I turn the card over. Defense. Error, question mark, pitcher. Okay, so I put that down. What do I do? Okay. Then I go to the pitcher's card. That's Rick Russell right here. Since it's pitcher, if it was a fielder, I would look in the pile. But since it's a pitcher, his card is out already, and his fielding is a B. Okay. So his fielding is a B. Keep that in mind. No, not a B. His fielding is a 5. Okay. It's going to come off the ballpark card. I always get this mixed up, this B5 thing. So it's a 5. I'm going to flip a card. And instead of rolling dice, I'm going to use the number here. That's a 12. See these numbers on the fact card? The top left number is for 2D die, 2D6. And the right number is percentage dice. So you could play this game without rolling dice, which sometimes I do play that way. Okay, so it was a 12. So his fielding rating was a 5. Right-handed column, 5. And the number I came up with was a 12. So that's an error. Error by the pitcher. Nobody on base. So I'm going to turn the next card over. I'm going to look at the middle chart. Under defense, it says error. Then it has a C with a result. It has IFP, 2 bases. Oh, 2 base error. Interesting. So it's probably a throw to first and thrown wide. Now I got to put it into the computer, which is always tricky. So let me see here. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. I looked at the wrong. This is what you got to worry about. I looked at the wrong picture. So Matlack was a 2. It comes out the same. That's okay. Good. Whew. See, when I'm trying to explain something, I got to remember. I looked on the wrong card. But Matlack is his error rating is 2. And it was a 12. So it fell in the 1 to 64 range. He's not as good a fielder as Rick Russell. All right, so it's a 2 base error. So I got to figure this out, how to put this into the computer. I'm going to put... Oh, I know how to do it. E1, R01. Let's see if it went. Yep. Yeah, so you put E1. That gives him first base. And then since he's the batter, you put R0. 0 is the batter. And you put 1, and that gives him that extra base. Okay. That worked out well. All right, Steve Swisher's up. Here's the pitch. We got an 8. That's tough. 69, tough against a lefty. That's an out. Look on the out section. 69, G4. Now it's hit to the right side of the diamond. He's going to third. Automatically. The way I play it. And you got to remember, 1975 baseball is a little different than 2025 baseball. Okay. All right, we got Rick Russell up. He's rated as a 10 in batting, and they got batting cards. If you look at this card, it says pitcher hitting card, and it says number 9, number 10, and they don't have it against left-handed pitchers and right-handed pitchers. I'm just going to look at the 10 column because that's Russell's batting rate column, number 10. Okay, higher, better. Okay, so let's see what kind of result we come up with. We got 1 out, guy on third, they're not playing in. We got 7 is patient, which means it's more an advantage for the batter. 65. So patient, 65. Nope. That's a G4. And so the run scores. Okay. The Cubs are winning 1-0. Kessinger's up. Here's the pitch. 7 is Kessinger's card on the bottom. One of my favorite players when I was growing up. I don't like him. I hope he's watching this. You never know. He's got 24. King, here we go. We got 4. So a rush. Oh, this is not good for Sky King. For a 4 is a tough. And I look at 41. Now you look at Kingman's card in the tough section. A roll of 1 to 89 is a strikeout. So he's a K. Eddie Kranepool, original Met. We got a 6, that's patient. 84. 84 for patient on the right side. It doesn't fall in that range. And I said, what, 84? F8. Right there, F8. Now, the next batter I do not remember. I was a youngster back then, but I don't remember this guy. I'll have to look at my 75 yearbook if I still have it. Jack Heidemann. I got a black and white picture on the screen there. All right. He's a right-handed batter, and he was playing shortstop. So Harrelson was out. Here's the pitch. We got an 11. Ooh. So this is good for the batter. So you roll an 11 on Russell's card. It says wheelhouse. That means it could be a home run. So what you do is Heidemann's a right-handed batter. That second number was a 69. Okay, so what you do, 69, wheelhouse. Does 69 fall in between 1 and 49? No, but it falls in between 50 and 99. So it's an in-play result. Put that back. So it's an in-play result, a 69. That's a high number. So for Heidemann, it's an out. And we look over here, G4. That's 3 out. All right, so we got a 1-0 score. Jose Cardinal. Here's the pitch. We got a 7. That's a patient result. That's an 84. That is an out Fly out to center field. Unser pulls it in. Bill Madlock up. Bill is playing third base. He was a good player, this guy. 4. A 4 is in play result with a 3. That's not bad. So check this out. He rolled an in play off Matlack's card. He rolled a 3, which is second base. So I'll put his card down. Now I'm going to go to the FAC card, roll it over, and I'm going to look at the double section. Double. Line shot, splits the gap in center field, all runners score, but there's nobody on base. So I'm just going to put 2B F8. Not bad. And Bill runs at a 5 level, so got to keep that in mind. He's a level 5. Okay, Jerry Morales. 10. That's a defensive check from Matlack's card. 10 defense. All right, here we go. Defense, error, second base. That's Felix Millan. I look at Felix's card. A 3. Okay, so 3. Turn the next one over. I look at the percentile dice of a 65. I look at the error chart. It was 3. 65, that's out. I'll flip another card over. Okay, so what that means, GB in advance means batter out at first base, runners advance 1 base. Okay, so it's a G4-3, Madlock goes to third. Okay. Then I'll take my cards and I'll put them over in the discard pile because I got so many. I just like to keep things organized. Hold this up. George hits 278 against left-handed pitchers. Here's the pitch. We got a 4 that's in play. 28 against, oh man, single. All right. So if you can take a look, bottom left, in play. 28 falls in between 8 and 35, so it's a single. You put this card down. Okay, what happens on this single? Scores. Okay, so it's a 1BF8. Madlock scores. I really like using Digital Diamond Baseball to keep track of everything, especially the base runners. That's the most confusing thing when you play on top of a tabletop, keeping track of the outs and manually using your scorecard, which I know how to do. But I feel with this setup, it doesn't use much space, and it really works well. I mean, I got these cards up here on this coin holder. Get a piece of wood and just angle your cut, and they'll sit right here. This was made for coins. It's great if you have a regular table saw. Table saw. Handheld's hard, but do the best you can. All right. So middle wall's on first. Rick Monday's up again. Here's the pitch. We got 9 is. I'm getting a lot of in play on Matlack. 9 is in play. At 28. That's another single. So in play. Left side, 28, right? Single. Go to the cards, turn it over. I guess you don't even have to turn it over, but I'm getting into a habit of turning them over. Single on top. Sharp liner drops in front of left field. Runner second scores. Simple, right? All right. Where'd it go? Left field, okay. 1B, F7, boom. That was an opposite field single. Manny Trio's up with 2 outs. Here's Manny. That's a 7. That's patient on Matlack's card with a 69. That probably should be an out. 69, yes. 69. Bottom right. G4. So with payoff pitch, when that second set of percentile dice rolls comes up, and if it's a high number, it's usually an out. Okay? That's a good way to remember things, but you still got to look. You still got to look. All right, John Stearns is up, bottom of the 3rd inning. All right. John had about 160 something. Well, he had 169 at bats that year. He hit 189. Ooh, that was horrible. He didn't do well, but he did play well in 76. Here's the pitch. 6 on Russell's card is patient. 16. That's a base on balls. Take a look at the yellow part. He rolled a 16 on the right side, 1 to 22. That's a base on balls. Stearns has 4 stolen bases that year. He has a run rating of 6. All right, so that's good. So we got John Matlack up. He is going to, let me get rid of those cards there. They're getting away. He's going to bunt. And let me see, I got to remember this. His bunt rating is you got to look on his card here. It's not L. I can't remember what L. L is his left. He's a left-handed batter. So in the top right, his bunt rating is a C. Okay, so C. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip over a card and see what happens. Okay. And the fat card gives you the answer right away instead of rolling dice. Bottom left. He's a C. SH means sacrifice hit. And I'm going to put SH. I'm going to put SH3. I can't remember how you figure out who it goes to. Joe probably has the answer for that. I'll have to ask that question in Delhi forums. Okay, SH3. It's the same thing. SH3. All right, Stearns goes to second. I take a hitting card, put that on the bottom. Garrett's up. Here's the pitch. That's 7. That's in play. 85. 85 on the right. In play. Nope, that's an out. G4. Stearns will go to 3rd. Manny Trio is not thrown to 3rd base for Matlack on forced play. All right, Felix Millan. 2 out. It's a 8. That's tough result. And 8 is a tough result on Russell's card. And the second number is a 51. So a 51. Guess a right-handed pitcher. That's an out. Doesn't fall in between 1 and 30. So a 51 is a G5. All right. So we're in the 4th inning. Steve Swisher's up. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough result. 60. Oh, it's pretty good. Surprise. Steve Swisher, man. Huh. Tough is usually. Oh, okay. Yeah, 1 to 58 would have been a strikeout. But a 60 against a left-handed pitcher is a single. No. Let's double check. Ah, it's a double. Ooh. Flip a card. Opposite field shot. So he's a right-handed batter. So here's a 2B F9, a Rusty Staub. All right, Rick Russell's up. He's a pretty good pitcher. I'm going to have him hit away. 11. Wheelhouse. Ooh. Demi. Making a good move here. Wheelhouse. What's the second? Oh! This might be good. You got to be kidding me. You guys are going to love this one. So it's a wheelhouse result. 11. Wheelhouse on Matlack's card. Here's Matlack card. I rolled an 11. Wheelhouse. I rolled a 2. He's a number 10. What does that result show, guys? Home run. Then I'll roll another card. And I'm going to give him a... He hit the ball to left field. It doesn't matter. My stats, it doesn't matter what field he hits it to, but that's a pitcher's hitting a home run, man. Unbelievable. Rick Russell. He's a good pitcher, that guy. No out. Kessinger. That's in play, 25. Getting a lot of in play. Oh, that's an out. It's a pop-up to the second baseman, so I'll put P4. Jose Cardinal. 5. Tough. 76. That's an out. Ground out to Mian. Throws it to Kranepool at first. Bill Madlock. 10. Defense. Oh, here we go. We got the defense check. Defense. Go across. Error. Shortstop. Heidemann. I look on Heidemann's card. His error rating, top right, for shortstop is a 2. Flip the next card. Top right, percentile dice. Right there, 46. Look on the ballpark card, a 2. 46, between a 1 and 64 is an error. Error on the shortstop. Let's see what kind of result we got. It's a 1 base error. We look in the middle. Error. Go across. Infield. 1 base. Man, I'm getting hungry. E6. Got 2 out. Another defense check. I rolled a 10. That's defense on Matlack's card. Now we got range. Pretty similar. The range of Matlack. I look at his field. It's a D. Okay, so his range is D. Got to keep in mind the stadium card. Now I'm not looking at error. I'm looking at range. A, B, C, D. There's the numbers. Let's see what I turn over on the cards. 25. D. 25 is a hit. I'll flip another card to get the result. Look at the top row. Hit. It was hit to the pitcher. So it's a single. And runners get 1 base. So it's a 1B, F1. F1 is for the pitcher. Okay. We got George Middlewald's up. Here's the pitch. Gotta make sure I put everything in correctly. 7 is patient. 38 against a left-handed pitcher. That's an out. It's a G1. I just put G1 into the computer and it goes to first. Alright. Bottom of the 4th. Del Luncher's up. Whoop. Green shot? I don't know why. I hit the wrong. 6. Patient. 36. Oh, 36. Patient in yellow. 36 is a single. Flip the card over. Soft blooper into short right field, left field. Now, if it's a left-handed batter, it's a shot to right. It's a shot to right field. If it was a right-handed batter, it'd be a shot to left field. So 1B, F9. All right, Rusty Staub's up. Eight. That's a tough result with an 84. That's not going to be good for Rusty. 84 to G4. All right, so now this is a part that you have to keep in mind. So an 84 to G4. So it's a ground out to trio. Unser's DP. Unser. Rusty is up. His double play result is a 7. Yeah. Russell's DP. Okay, so it's 7-7. Keep that in mind. In the beginning, this is hard to remember, but once you start playing after 3 or 4 games, it just comes naturally. So it's 7 or 7. So that's my low number. I take a look at the dice. The top die, it was a 26. It was an 8. I'm not sure if you're supposed to roll it again. I haven't been rolling it again. So I'm just going to keep it that way. If I should roll it again, somebody tell me. And that's the way I'll play it in the future. So a 2 and a 6 is higher than a 7, so it's not a double play. If that roll was a 3, no, say that roll was a 6 and a 4. No, 6 and a 5. It would be an 11. First base, 11 or 12, play would be the first. Okay? It's not lower than 7. If the result was a 2 and a 3, 5, it would be double play. You see how that works? Rusty Staub has a high number. So he's a slow runner. Somebody like Vince Coleman, for example. He his run speed, I don't know what letter he would have. You know, he a lot. All right, it's got to be a G. I bet you Lou Brock has a DP rating that's probably low. I'm looking at some of my other cards here. Huh. I'm surprised Stearns has a high number for double play. But he was pretty fast for a catcher. All right. But this is 75. So we got 1 out. Kingman's up. Staub's on first. Here's the pitch. Tough result. 98. Ooh, 98. That's an out. F7. Eddie Kranepool. He's a left-handed batter. We come up with a result of 3, which is patient. 65. Against a right-handed pitcher. 65. That's an out. 65. F7. All right. Rick Monday's up. I got to move this along. 5. That's tough. Now 0-0. It's like a rare play. I don't play rare plays. So I'm going to use the card for a dice roll. 36. So tough, 36. Strikeout. There's charts for rare plays. I don't use them. That's just the way I play. Manny Trio, 1 out. We got an 11. That's Wheelhouse with a 50. So ooh. So I go to the Shea Stadium card. A Wheelhouse result of 50 is in play. So I look at in play. That's an out. G3. Steve Swisher's up. 4. In play, 70. It's an out. G4. Alrighty. Bottom of the 5th inning. Jack Heideman's up. 11. Wheelhouse. 95. Nope, that's an out. F7. John Stearns is up. John Stearns with a 4. Tough result. 88. Oh, that's another out. So you can tell. See the high number? 88. That's an out. G6. Usually anything over 50 to 60 is an out. Matlack's up. 6. Patient. 58. So he's a number 3. 58. It doesn't fall in there. So 58 on the pitcher card is a G4. That's a quick inning. Pitcher's up. Rick Russell. Number 10 on the hitting card. Sorry. 9. In play. 50. Oh, that's an out. G5. Kessinger's up. That's a tough result with a 12. That is a double. Take a look at the blue. Tough. 12 roll. 2B. Roll this card over here, guys. These are nice cards, guys. I know a lot of guys like these cards. They love these cards. I mean, it's a great game with the cards. Line drive into the alley, center field. Nobody's on base. So 2B, F8. Kissinger has a run rating of 5. Okay, we got one out. Here's the pitch. 11 to Jose Cardinal. Wheelhouse. This is pretty good. A roll of a 10 in a wheelhouse. That is a home run. No, wait a minute now. Wheelhouse. All right, go right to the wheel. Yeah, okay. I'm just messing around a little bit here. All right. It's a home run. HR7. It's a tough result. 73. 73 is an out. G4. And we got a 6-0 score. Jerry Morales is up with 2 out. Bases are empty. We got a 6. That's a tough. And a 2. Strikeout. Left side, SO, 1 to 29. Dice roll of 2. Strikeout. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of some of these cards here. Put them to the side. All right. Russell, pitching a shutout. Here's his card from 19. Remember these cards, guys? For you new people out there. When was he born? They put the weight. Card draft. May 1649. Okay. His first year was in 72. Yeah, he was a good pitcher. And I was a Met fan, so I remember I was little. I remember they played the Cubs a lot, and I went to Shea Stadium a lot of times, watched the Cubs play the Mets. I did a replay of a 79 season with season ticket baseball to see how many home runs Kingman hit. He did well. He hit 40-something home runs for me. I believe it was 79. He hit 50. No, did he hit 48 home runs that year? Can't remember. Wayne Garrett's up. Here's the pitch. Enough talking. 7. In play, 15. That's a single. Let's go to the card. Sharp liner into center field. Felix Mian's up. Here's the pitch. 10. Defense. Pull the card over. Defense. Range. Pitcher. His range is a B. Dice roll of 80. That's an out from the stadium card. That's an out. What kind of out is it? Ground ball and advance. Ground ball and advance. Ground ball. Okay. So runner on first goes to second. So it's a GB13. Or G13, I should say. Yeah, we got one out. Here's the pitch. Munster's up. We got 8. That's tough. 82. That's an out. F8. I could challenge, but I'm not making a third out at third base. Nope. Not with Rusty Staub up next. Rusty Staub's up. He hit 288 against right-handed pitchers and 271 against left-handed pitchers. So consistent. 5. In play. 18. That probably should be a good result. It's a single. Bottom right or bottom middle. 1B. Single. So I'll take the card. Fat card. Sharp liner into center field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second scores. But you got to remember, 2 out now. 2 outs. What was Garrett's run rating? Garrett's run rating was a 5. 5. Oh, I'm putting him on the wrong side here. Got to make sure I don't get... It was a 5. He could challenge Rick Monday. Monday had an arm of 8. I got to remember how to challenge the arm. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Arm challenge. All right, single, runner on second. With 2 outs, runners... It says, with 2 outs, runners are rated 6 or higher advance 2 bases on a single and score on a double. Runners rated 5 have a lower choice. Coach's choice. Roll a 2d6. I'm going to use the card. 2. Compare the total to the lead runner's run and fielder's arm ratings. If the total is equal to or less than both, so it was an 8 and a 5, right? Yep, so it was less than. So the 2 is less than 5 and 8. The runner's safe. Okay. So it was a 1B, F8, runner on second, R2, 2. You got that? You take the arm rating of the outfielder, which was for Monday was an 8. The runner, Garrett's run rating was a 5. Okay. And my result was a 2. So it was lower than both of them. So he scores. Okay. So that was simple. That was simple. All right. Kingman's up. 6-1 score here. Here we go. We got a 10. Defense check. Error second baseman. Manny Trio is on second. His error rating is a 2. Let's roll the next one. 5. Look on the ballpark card. Error 2, 5. That's an error. 1 base. E4. So we've got first and second. Russell's thrown 80 pitches. He has a durability of 99 pitches. Here's the pitch. I used a durability rating of Digital Diamond. 6. Patient. 95. That's going to be it out. Yep. Fly out to right field. Jerry Morales pulls it in. All right. Middle wall's up. Matlack might have to come out after this batter because he's thrown 97 pitches. When they hit the limit, I pull him. F11. 7. Patient. 50. Patient. Patient. 50. That's an out. G5. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he can still stay in. Here we go. Next pitch. Monday. 6. Tough. 42. Strikeout. It was a 42. So it's right there. Manny Trio's up. F11. 6. It's a tough. 45. 45 is a strikeout. Yeah. Item is up. 3. Patient. 48. That's a single. Item gets a single. What kind of single is it? Bloop ball into right field. All right. So 1B F9. Heideman's run rating is a 4. Okay. That is, I think, good, right? I can't remember. Run rating of 4. I think that's fast, right? I always compare it now. So run rating of 5 for Rusty Staub. Kingman had a 6. Cranepool had a 6. Whatever. Stearns is up. Here's the pitch. No out. 6. Patient. 77. That's an out. It's an F8. It's probably going to be Russell's last inning. Matlack's up, and he's coming out of the game because they're getting killed. It's 1 out. I'll put Matlack to the side. The computer does bring corners in. Pinch hit with Mike Phillips. Mike Phillips is a left-handed batter, so I'm going to make sure I get his card out. Mike Phillips, lefty. Put him in the game. We got everything in alphabetical order. I like to put him on top here. Got Mike Phillips card. Here's all the Mets card. You get every player carded for the year, so these are nice. Mike Phillips is up. Here's the pitch. 6. Patient. 06. Patient. 06. 06. That might be a good result. Based on balls. Yeah. His run rating is a 6. Nice. Nice. All right. We got Wayne Garrett up, first and second. The Mets have a little mini rally here. Russell has almost had his limit with pitches, so he's probably going to come out soon. Oh, this could be good. That's an 11. That's a wheelhouse. What is that second number? So take a look at his card. 11 wheelhouse. And the second number was a 27. Oh, triple. Nice, nice. So 3B, F9. Garrett pulls it down the line. So it's a 6-3 game. Russell has reached his limit. So Rick's got to come out of the game. I'm going to put his card over here, guys, because I don't have the other cards out. So I'm going to take Russell out. Got to put him in alphabetical order here. See, I got all my cards here like this. Oh, Paul Russell. Yeah, his brother was on the team. I'm going to ask the computer who to put in. He wants me to put in Oscar Zamora. Then I got to make sure I change it on the computer. Zamora. There's Oscar Zamora's card. All right, let's put Oscar in there. I'll put him right there. All right, put these cards here. Now, usually when I put the relief pitcher in, I don't worry about the pitcher hitting card because I don't plan on him hitting. So then I change Zamora in for Russell. Let me see, where's he at? Oscar Zamora, here we go. Oof. So he's up next inning. No, he's not going to pitch more than one inning anyway. I'm going to put him in the nice spot. Sometimes I do the double. I'm not taking out Trio, and I'm not taking out Monday. I could take out Middlewald, but that's not working. All right, I'll put him in a nice spot. He'll come out next inning if I need a relief pitcher. All right. So who's up? Mian? All right, we got one out. Guy on third base. We're not going to hold him. 3. Defense check. So he's a right-handed pitcher. Okay. Error third base. Okay. So error third base. Who's third base? Bill Madlock. All right. I'm going to look at his error rating. It's a 3. Percent dice is an 8. So error 3, 8. That's an error. What kind of error is it? Infield pitcher, one base. So he does score. So it's an E5. Garrett scores. We got a 6-4 game. Del launcher's up. Here's the pitch. 7. Wheelhouse. It's unbelievable. Wheelhouse. Oh. So wheelhouse against a with a 40 single. Ball flipped in the right field. Runner on first goes one base. So 1B, F9. Stop. Against a right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. We have an 8. That results in an in-play result with a 22. This is a single. Let's get the card and see what kind of single it is. Mets are coming back. Ground up the middle, so it's a 1B, F8, R22, R12. You gotta be kidding me. Mets are coming back. Bottom of the 7, 6-5. Jeez, what are they gonna do here? I'll play first and third in. Play first and third in, and then Kingman's up. 7. Wheelhouse! 7 wheelhouse. This could be good, guys. Check this card out. You don't see that. Schmidt's card is like this as well. Check it out, guys. So 7 is a wheelhouse. No, yeah, 7 is wheelhouse on Zamora's card. So you got 7 wheelhouse. 45 against a right-handed pitcher. Check the result out. 1-64. And home run. Mets are winning. Love it. It's the craziest game I've ever played. I mean, I haven't played that many games with payoff pitch, but this is crazy. 7 freaking runs in 1 inning. Mets. Mets couldn't hit for crap. Eddie Crane pulls up. 6, but they're playing the Cubs, so ballpark result. 11 against a left-handed batter. That's a wheelhouse result. Then I like a wheelhouse result. 78. Oh, that's an out. F8. Jack Heideman's up. Here's the pitch. 7. Wheelhouse. Another wheelhouse. This guy throws home runs, but he didn't. 50, 71 innings pitched. Check this out. So check Samora's card out. 71 innings pitched. 17 home runs. Holy smokes. That's a lot. It is a lot. So what I do? 7, wheelhouse, 19. That's a single. What kind of single we got here, guys? Up the middle. Stearns is up 6. Ballpark result. 47 against a right-handed batter. Is a wheelhouse. 67. Wheelhouse. 67. That's an out for Stearns. 30 to 42. Nope. 47. G3. All right. So we are done with 7 innings. Let me take a few more cards, put them on top here, guys. I don't think I'll use them. Okay, so the Mets got to put a pitcher in. A long game here. Padaka, okay. I'm going to put everything in alphabetical here so I don't lose my spot. Alphabetical. Put Phillips back. Got Bob Apodaca. There's Bob's card. Put everything back. I'll show you the card in a second. He pitched in 46 games. Okay. Does it show his ERA in this? No, 13 saves. All right. There we go. Let me get Matlack's card. All right, what do we got here? We got Steve Swisher up. Nope, I got to make sure I put him in the computer here. I've done that already. Forget to put him in the computer. Bob Apodaca. Oh, the Mets almost batted around that inning. Haven't had that happen yet in all these games, batting around. Steve Swisher. Here's the pitch. He's a right-handed pitcher, so we got 8. That's Patient, 72. So Patient, 72. 72. That's F8. 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. All right, we got the pitchers up. Zamora's out of there. Automatic. I'm not even going to bother looking. He's going to go to the back of the pile. The computer wants me to put up Tim Hosley. He's doing this every game. I'm going to take a look, see if there's anybody better. Who's on his team here? We got a right-handed pitcher. Back up here. Gene Heiser. 242. Pete Lecoq. 229. Let's put Heiser. Put Heiser in the game. Gene Heiser. Whew. He didn't play that many. He played 62 games. Yeah, I'm going to put him in the game. Gene Heiser. Now, you would have put him against a lefty. Look at those numbers there on the left side. They're all outs or walks. Okay, but against a righty, yes, you get some decent results. Let's put him in there, Gene Heiser. All right, here's the pitch. 5. In play result. A 5 off Apodaca's card is in play. Put that to the side. 13. That's a low number. That's a pretty good result. It's a single. All right, his run is a 5. Okay, so single. I'm going to keep that over there. Single. Into the gap to center field. So 1B F8. So we got an 8-6 score here. New York Mets on top. Top of the 8th inning. We got 1 out. Don Kessinger is up. Here's the pitch. 7. That is a tough result with a 77. So that's a good result for Bob Apodaca. So a 77. That's an out. It's an F8. Let's hit to Unser. Heiser stays on first. Jose Cardinal. Yeah, he was a killer against left-handed pitchers. 379 average. He did okay against right-handers. 295. Doesn't give his. It doesn't give his overall average. Oh, all right. 2 out. 11. That's a ballpark. So on Apodaca's card, an 11 is ballpark. So I'm going to look at that second set of numbers. It's 89. Sorry. Look at the top. 89 with a RHB is a right-handed batter. It's an in-play result. And then I don't like to roll the die again. I'll just look at the top right here. 78. In play, 78. That's an out. F8. All right, we've got to put a pitcher in here for the bottom of the 8th. Left-handed pitcher. Put him in a nice spot. Got to find his card. Let me see. Heiser I'll put back. Got to put it back in alphabetical order. And Darryl Knowles. I probably have his baseball card in the back here. Now, Darryl Knowles is a lefty. And if you look at his card, here's something interesting to look at. His card, he's a lefty. In the middle of the card, it says SO, a strikeout. So if I run into a result of 50 to 59, it's a strikeout. The reason why they do that is because he pitched 88 innings. He had 63 strikeouts. He gave up 107 hits, so that's quite a lot. Yeah. I don't look too much into this stuff, but I'm just sort of like doing a tutorial on this, so. Yeah, let me put my cards over here. All right, who do we got up? Oh, Apodaca's up? Nah, he's coming out of the game. Still, he's got to come out too. Jeez. All right, Bob Apodaca's coming out. I think he's had his pitch limit anyway, so out of the game. I will put up. Let me see. Who do I got on the bench here? Got on the bench here. Got a lefty. Got Joe Torre. Got Jesus. I'm going to put Jesus Alou in. He's a good ball player. I'm going to have Jesus pinch hit. So we got Jesus Alou. 33 years old. That must be his age, top right. Yeah, okay. Here's the pitch. To 12. So you got to remember now, you got a left-handed pitcher for the Cubs. So you got to make sure you look on the correct column and you don't forget. So a 12 is a good number for Jesus. That's a wheelhouse result. But check this out. I rolled a 57. Lucky if I didn't keep checking that, I wouldn't have seen that. Anything between a 50 and a 59 is a strikeout. So that's a K. Jesus would have had a good, he would have had he still would have had an out. I got to put Grody in the right spot too. I got him in the top here. I want to keep it alphabetical. Okay. All right. Wayne Garrett's up against Darryl Knowles. Lefty, lefty. Here we go. 7. In play. 32. That's a single. Sharp liner drops in front of left field. So 1B, F7. So he's 3 for 5 today. Now, Felix is 0 for 4. If you look on my screen and you can see it, it tells you his to third person. Sure. Okay. All right, so Felix Mian's up, 1 out. Here's the pitch. We got a 2. Ballpark, 40. Wheelhouse, he has no power. So I know that already. Wheelhouse, 20. Against the lefty. Ooh, single. He almost had a triple. Against the lefty, a 20. What did I say? A 20 result. Because I used a card. I used a dice roll on the top right, 20. Flip the card over. Line drive into center field. Runner on first goes 1 base. So Garrett has a run rating of 5. Felix has a run rating of 6. Delancher's up. Lefty, lefty. That's a patient result. 26. Jeez, Mets are getting good hits today. 26. That's a single. Let's see what the result is. What was Garrett's rating? 6? I think so. Garrett's rating was a 5. Okay, so now it's a 1 base. Okay. All right, we got Rusty Staub up. Bases loaded, 1 out. First and third are playing in. Could be a play at home. Then I have another chart to look at. So here's Rusty's. Here's the pitch. 4. Patient, 30. Base on balls. So we got patient, 30, base on balls. That's a good result for the Mets. We got 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. 9-6 score. And Sky King is up. There's no way. If he gets another home run, man, I'll quit the game right now. Just kidding. 8 in play. 51. Nah, it's an out. 51. It's a G3. All right. So I had first and third playing in. So G3, first and third playing in. There is a chart for that, which I don't have memorized. Okay, G3. All right. It says re-roll the 2d6, total them, and check below. All right, I'm going to roll the card. 7. Oh! Okay. So let's see if you can see this. Infield, the corner's in. I rolled a 7. Runner on third. Out at home. Batter safe. Other runners advance 1 base. I don't know what that means. What is that? If base is loaded, roll 1d10. If higher than batter's run rating, batter out at first, double play. Otherwise safe at first. Interesting. Okay. Kingman's run rating is a 6. I'm going to roll this card here. 6, 9. It's higher than the batter's run rating. It's an out. Okay, so it's a double play. Not bad. So we got a G. Watch the computer not cooperate. G3. Oh yeah, this is where I get mixed up. G3, 2, 3. Let's see if we did it right. Knowles turns, sets, and delivers. Ground ball to middle wall. Ground ball to middle wall. He feels it. Fires it to Swisher at home. who fires it to middle wall for a double play. Yeah, I did it right. Unbelievable. Kingman hits into a double play. All right, we're almost done here, guys. It's a 9-6 game. And I got enough cards out there in front. I got to put a pitcher in. Who do you think I'm going to put in? Everybody guess. Talk about. Heck no, I'm not putting him in the game. I'm going to put him. Where's Tug McGraw? He's in the team. No? Yeah, 75? Oh, Tom Hall was good. He had a high ERA. And the Cubs have all right-handed batters. All right, I'm putting in Baldwin. I don't remember him, but I'll put him in. Maybe the computer knows something I don't know. Who knows? All right, Rick Baldwin. He's pitched a few times for me already this year. He pitched 54 games that year, so. All right. We'll put him in the game. Put my Matlack card back in alphabetical order here so I don't lose anybody. You don't want to lose one of these cards. That'd be a problem. All right. Madlock's up. 9-6 game. This is going to be the end. This is one long recording. I'm glad I have a large hard drive. But here's the pitch. 34. 34. It's not 34. It's 7. Baldwin's card at 7 is tough. 81. That's a good result. 81. These are right-handed pitchers. So 81 is F8. Jerry Morales. 7. Tough. 34. Ooh. 34. Not bad. Double. Here we go. Drive down the line to left field. All runners scored. Nobody on base, so it's a 2B F7. George Middleway. We got a 9. That's in play. 42 result. Ooh, 42. That's a G3. So it's an out. Runner goes to third. Gladly get it out. You only got 27 in the game, so when you get those outs, they're worthwhile. Guy in third. Mets are winning 9-6. 2 out. Rick Monday's up. Rick Monday, could he be the last batter up in this wild game between the Cubs and the New York Mets? April 20th, 1975. Here's the pitch. 6. That is a tough result on Baldwin's card, a 36. Oh! And you guys can shut off this recording now. 36, tough, strikeout. Well, that was an exciting game, my friends, and I appreciate you watching the game. But the Mets win 9-6. Both teams had 12 hits and 2 errors. But the Mets score 7 runs in the 7th inning. So what you got to do is you got to save and exit, and they give a nice newspaper box score. Where is it? Let me get rid of my dice roller here. Put it somewhere. I didn't think the Mets would win this one. Garrett led the offense, going 3 for 5 with 1 triple, 2 RBIs. Next up for the Mets, they'll host the St. Louis Cardinals. Chicago's going to host the Phillies. So I go to the newspaper box score. So the Mets were losing 1, 2, 4. The Mets were losing 6-1 going into the 7th inning. Gives a nice box score and everything. Garrett. See, where's Kingman? Newspaper box scores. Kingman has 4 home runs. Yeah, keeps a result of how many RBI here. Russell gave up 4 earned runs, so 7, 8. So 8 of the runs were earned. Russell threw 100 pitches. Matlack gave up 5 earned runs. Apodaca pitched well. Okay. Player of the game was Garrett. It gives you some other items. All right, I didn't think I was going to take this long for this recording, so thank you very much for watching. I am going to try to play the 1975 New York Mets season. Every game I'm going to try to play with payoff pitch to see how things go. I'm also going to, I only have the 75 season with printed cards. I bought a few other seasons, but they do not, PDS, but they don't, and they're not in color, so they don't look as good as this. So if you can afford it, I would definitely buy the printed cards because they look great, and they'll last 100 years. So thanks for watching. I think next year I'll buy another season, one a year. When they're on sale, of course. Got to save a little money. But what you do here in Digital Diamond, fast play everybody. Before I close out, I go to next day. That gives me the schedule for the next day. So the Mets are not playing. So I'm going to X out. I appreciate you watching. And this Demi 1970 Gaming, I know you didn't watch the whole thing. And I'll see you soon. All right, thank you.